Hi, I'm Lauren Zamet. Welcome to the Art of Persuasion. Let's start this episode by asking the question, what is persuasion? Persuasion could be called the end goal of good communication, or what some people term rhetoric. When we're talking to people about an issue, our goal is ultimately to convince a person of something. Aristotle defined the art of good rhetoric as the faculty of observing the available means of persuasion in any given case. Maybe that's all just Greek to you, but basically, it just means that good speaking adjusts according to its audience. Whether we're trying to inspire toward action, support a certain claim, or just influence how a person thinks, our job as communicators is to figure out how we can best reach and convince an audience. This requires a specific way of thinking about them. The key to persuasion is to approach every situation as unique and every audience as different than the one before. Becoming persuasive communicators hinges on our ability to understand audiences and tailor our arguments to their interests. Every audience will be motivated and convinced by different things, so it's our job to pinpoint what those things are and then build arguments that appeal to them. Tailoring our persuasive arguments could be compared to a good ad campaign. It's marketing in a sense. Every target market is different. That's the sort of insight and focus we need in the process of crafting and presenting arguments. Remember Aristotle's definition of good persuasive rhetoric? Well, he also outlined a theory that looks at 3 specific ways we can reach people based on 3 modes of persuasion. 3 components that combine to make an argument persuasive and appealing. Pretty good for an old dead guy. His first mode is logos, or logic. How do we, as rational human beings, reason our way to a conclusion about an issue? How do we present an argument that works the most effectively with how we think? The second component is ethos, or ethics. How can we communicate our argument so that we have authority in the eyes of our audience? How can we be seen as speakers worth listening to? Finally, there's the component of pathos, or appealing to the emotions of our audience. Here we'll focus on how to speak into people's hearts and move them through a human connection. These 3 modes are needed for every argument. We need to lay a strong foundation, gain our audience's trust, and speak to their hearts. Understanding how a specific audience will be moved by each of these allows us to emphasize points of our argument that will uniquely strike home to that audience. Bullseye. In the next few episodes of The Art of Persuasion, we'll break down each of these points one at a time. I'm Lauren Zamet. Keep watching.